Hey guys, I'm Robert, and today I have the Dolcevita Stantuffo Federico. I apologize if I mispronounced that. I'm not Italian, I don't speak Italian, so that was the best I could do. So, first we're going to go over the parts of the pen, and then I'll kind of go over some of the features and give you some comparisons to some comparable pens so you can get a good idea of the size and all that. Let's start up here at the cap. The cap is made out of a red acrylic. It's a hand-turned pen, and it's nicely finished. It's very polished. You guys might be able to see some fingerprints in there, but overall it's very, very smooth, very shiny, and I really like the resin. It feels nice, looks nice, and it's just well done. So on the front of the cap here, obviously you've got your clip. The clip has pretty decent springiness. I know it's kind of hard to see that in the video. Yeah, I'm not even going to try and show that. But it's nice and springy, but it'll stay in a pocket too. It also has this nice little roller ball, which honestly doesn't roll super well, but just the shape of it does help it slide in and out of a pocket pretty easily. On the top of the cap, on the finial, you've got the Delta logo, kind of small compared to the rest of the pen, but I like it. On the back of the cap here, it says Delta, and then down here it says Dolcevita Federico, and it also has a number. These are numbered pens. They're not limited edition, but Delta does number all of them. So down here you've got gold-plated trim. Again, looks nice, somewhat ornate, but I definitely like it. The body of the pen is definitely the best part of it. This is a celluloid pen, and this orange celluloid right here apparently takes 2 years to produce. It's got a lot of depth to the material, a lot of chatoyance, I believe. Really just a good-looking, gorgeous material. I'm not sure if it's really gonna show up as well in videos as it does in person, but I definitely think the material is the best part. Unfortunately, it is a little bit flashy, so this is not a discreet pen that you could just, sit in a meeting or in class with and no one will notice, but it is beautiful. You got another trim ring back here, and then on the back of the pen you've got a blind cap. Blind cap. Cool thing with a blind cap is there are metal threads on the inside and then metal threads right here on the piston filler unit, which I think is kind of nice. It just gives you a nice quality feeling. The piston turning knob is really, really cool. For one reason, let me unscrew the pen for a second to show you this. But if you twist the knob, this would be drawing the piston back up, but the piston's already at the back. You can actually keep twisting the knob, and it's got some type of ratchet in it or clutch mechanism, so it just pops, 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 and it doesn't jam up. So you're not going to over tighten this. You're not going to break it. You can just keep going back. So when you fill the pen, put the piston down, and then take it all the way back until it clicks, and you're done. Which I think is kind of cool. Down here. Now the cap is off. You can see we've got Alright, so down here we've got an ink window. It's not as big as I would like, but it's not too bad. Got a ink in there. I have an orange ink in here right now, so I don't know how you can see that. But the ink window, it's functional. I do like that the orange matches the rest of the pen. I think that looks nice as opposed to like a clear one. So I definitely like that. Another cool thing about the ink window is when you put on the cap, you can actually still see it. I know some people don't like this, but I think it's pretty convenient because you can still see the ink. I don't really have enough in there to do that right now, but you can then just see, like if the pen's just sitting here, I can see, oh, I need more ink, or I don't, before you grab it and go. So I like that. Down to the front, we've got the nib. This one was a broad nib, but they come in, I think, extra fine, medium, broad, and I think a 1.1 millimeter stub, but I'm not positive on that one. So this is Delta's Fusion nib, which honestly I think is a little bit gimmicky. What that is, for those of you who don't know, it's a steel nib with an 18 karat gold plate on the front of it. And Delta claims that this increases the flow or the wetness or something like that. I don't really understand how that could be possible. I really do think it's a gimmick so they can charge a little bit more. But it does look nice. I think it's a unique look. Might not be for you. But the nib writes really well. They're steel nibs, but they definitely write very, very well. Probably something to do with the gold plate, but in the end, I think that's all that really matters. So the grip here, I've kind of skipped that. The grip is a pretty thick grip. I don't have very large hands, but on most pens, my thumb and finger will touch like this, but that's not really comfortable. So here, I hold it with my fingers kind of far apart, which I actually have kind of liked. Very, very big grip. I'll show you some comparisons later to really get an idea of how that is, how big it really is, but I find it to be quite comfortable. You can see it's a big pen in the hand. It definitely fills up your hand pretty well. But I like it again. It's pretty comfortable. You can post it. Oops. If you post the cap not upside down like I just did. You can post it. It becomes pretty big, but it's not too back heavy. The cap is relatively light, so it's still relatively well balanced, but I do prefer it to be unposted. Posting the blind cap, for those of you who can't see. So I like it posted. I'll do that if I don't have a good place to put the cap, but I really do prefer it unposted. Let me show you guys some comparisons to some similar pens, or maybe not similar, but some pens so you can get a good idea of a size comparison. So right here, this is the Pelican M200. You can see this pen is way, way bigger than the M200, especially if I post them. If I post them, you guys can really see the M200 is way, way smaller, especially when it comes to the grip. I mean, there's not really a comparison there. I find them both pretty comfortable. The M200 might be slightly on the small side, but the Delta is definitely a big pen. Let me show you one other one. It's the Pilot Vanishing Point. Again, if you look at the grip area right there, it's really not a comparison. The Delta is a much, much bigger pen, and in length especially, much bigger pen. Sorry, I'm having a hard time showing that. Let me just put them down. Yeah, so the Delta is a much longer pen. If you unpost it, then they're actually pretty similar in terms of length, but the Delta definitely just has a much bigger feel in the hand. So that's it. That is the Delta Dolcevita Federico Stantuffo.